I mean, I mean, it's just a sport. I mean, it's just a game, right? I mean, I mean, why should my blood pressure get all up over this? Like why should I be taking, shaving years off over just a game? I mean, right? I mean, why am I getting so angry? Everyone knew this is exactly what they were going to do. Everyone knew. Our team knew. Everyone knew. Sorry. Everyone knew. Oh, I think I already did that. Oh. Oh. I think I set a record. I think I set a record. Good evening, Lauren. Good evening, Jocelyn, Infinite, Rosetta, Alicia, JD, Jason. I saw what was another room said here, River City said, I don't even feel like getting wrenched tonight. Oh, God. No, this fast? No. No. That happened that fast? Oh, God. Chester. Chester, you need my chair. Chester, you need my chair tonight. Oh man. Mm. Chester, tell me more about. Give me some more positives. And like seriously, give me some positives, y'all. Like do that for me. Can y'all give me some positives? And you don't have to be snarky. Can y'all give me some positives? I was extremely disappointed in Mike James. Can y'all take 5 minutes to give me some positives? And I don't mean the smart ass positives. Give me some positives, please. Okay, and while you're thinking on that, let me make this disclaimer. Let me make this disclaimer right now. I said this to Steve earlier. I said, actually, I'm not even going to get that disclaimer yet. We're not ready for that. I mean, Kevin, without that, like really give me some positives. Because what happens if you make a couple plays late and steal that game? Let's say you played most of the game the same way, and in the last 3 or 4 minutes, you hit some shots and won this game by 1 point. What would you be saying positive about the game? That was a positive. He doesn't get a lot of credit for the points. That's not positive. Cashmere, you know that's not positive. Sydney Curry's moving a lot better. He looks like he's playing a lot harder. Sydney Curry's a positive. JJ was very efficient. He looks like he's playing hard. Made aggressive play on the putback. Yep. Walter was good. 81% from the free throw line is excellent. Our free throw shooting, I'm extremely pleased with our free throw shooting. I can do some of that, Red State. I wasn't gonna do that early. Hold on. Hold on. Love JJ attacking on the putbacks. Need to see more of that. Ain't nobody jumping like him. Fabian, right now we are doing a y'all give me some positives segment just for 5 minutes, please. Just take 5 minutes to get, like I said, if you made a couple plays and stole that game late, you would be talking about some of the positive things you saw. Tell me some of the positive things. Okay, I got Sydney and JJ. Sydney and JJ. Under 10 turnovers. Sydney playing better, a little more effort from the guys. No 20-point blowout. Y'all know what I did? Immediately after the game. Y'all want to know what I did? I typed in Lipscomb versus Louisville basketball. It took me back to the 2019, because it was right after the game. So there wasn't any highlights posted or anything. Lipscomb versus Louisville. I think it's 2018, 2019. It looked the exact same as far as Lipscomb. Their big men were torching us. Same type of big man, torching us. You want to know who was? We had Christian Cunningham, Darius Perry, Dwayne Sutton, Ryan McMahon, Jordan Wara, Stephen Enoch, Malik Williams, Quan 4. We were up like 6 points. We were up like 6 points with like 6 minutes to go. You want to know why we were even winning? Because Jordan Nwora was unstoppable. Because Jordan Nwora was a pro. That's the only reason we were winning against that Lipscomb. They looked the exact same. You could watch that game and think, I'm sure there's 5 of those guys that are still on this team. That was the team that we had, and it looked the exact same. Lands look good. Which part in particular? JJ is much more confident. Was BHH demanding the ball? He had 4 points. He had 4 points. You should not have to pass him the ball for him to get more than 4 points. He should get, I mean, God, that team was, oh God. Oh God. Oh. Oh. 4 points and what? Let me bring up stats. Oh man. Louisville stats. Brandon had 23 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Sidney Curry played 31 minutes. He must be in better shape. 7 rebounds, 12 points. Mike James. Incredibly disappointed in Mike James. 31 minutes, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 points. Was he second on the team in assists? Mike James, you got to be better than that. Jalen Withers, 25 minutes, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 9 points. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, 23 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds. L. Ellis, 40 minutes, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 24 points. JJ Traynor, 26 minutes, 3 rebounds, 8 points. Kamari Lands, 19 minutes, 1 rebound, and 8 points. Fabio Basili, 4 minutes and 1 rebound. Oh, God. Oh. Kevin, to be honest, there was probably games I should have, But we didn't really play free like that. We had to run our system. Coach Crum was calling the plays. We had to run our system. I mean, you could freelance every once in a while. You knew what situations you were allowed to freelance. But listen, if you freelanced, your fundamentals better be impeccable. Like if you take a shot you're not supposed to shoot, it better be at the perfect angle. You better use the glass. It just better be flawless execution. And then if it misses, you might get away with it. I mean, listen, when he plays with energy, he don't look overweight. Not as many turnovers, but man, they were timely. Sid is definitely back. Brandon had the nice spin move early, but 4 points. Y'all, Brandon came here with the expectations of being the man. He was a top 10 reclass. Four and four. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not sorry. 4 and 4 is like the most unacceptable stat line out of Brandon Huntley Hatfield I can imagine. Actually, I think he and Jalen Withers' stat lines are just unacceptable. Against Lipscomb. I don't know. Listen, y'all. I will let everybody off the leash on this one. I do not know why Fabio Basili did not play. I mean, listen, if I'm using my expert basketball brain, it has to be him not communicating on the screen. Outside of him being sick or something, outside of him being sick or hurt, I mean, maybe they thought he was going to get backdoored too much defensively, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't even have a good theory for y'all on Fabio not playing. I don't have a good theory. And listen, at this point, I'm like, dude, he just don't like you. Which I know that's not the case. I mean, like I said, I done been on teams though, man, where I done been to Fabio. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why he only played 4 minutes. And you know what, Fabio, you need to be sitting on the first available. Listen, y'all, ask Jalen to this day. I said, Jalen, when Jalen was a freshman in he was like a freshman playing varsity in high school, and I said, every time that coach is pissed off, you make sure you're the first face he sees. I said, listen, you on that varsity, you make sure every time that coach is mad, he sees your face, ready to go. He took that advice. Look, it's always funny, y'all, because when the family watches Jalen on TV, they're like, how's he always get on the camera? Because he's always standing next to the coach. Like, habit wise. Fabio, if I was gonna give him advice, you go sit as close to Kenny Payne as you can, and you lean forward and you keep your eye, every time something happens, you look up at the coach. You need to look at him. Listen, he wants body language. You give him some fucking body language. You sit up at the first available seat on that sideline, and you lean forward farther than anybody. Anytime if we hit a free throw, stand up and clap, and make Kenny Payne look at you and look past you over and over and over and over again. Get on his nerves just by being in his peripheral vision. Somebody get that message to Fabio. You stand up. You want to play, you stand up. You stand up, you clap it up. You go sit near the front. You know how you tell you sit at the front of the class, Fabio, you go sit at the front. Teachers reward kids that sit near the front. Fabio, go sit as close you can to the coaches. Y'all, Jalen Withers fell 3 times in the first. Jalen Withers fell he fell 3 times in the first 3 possessions, didn't he? And we got a quick turnaround Thursday. Yeah, JJ got bounced. But it's like, but here's the problem, y'all. It's like, it's Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day. Listen, I really think, and this is honest to God truth. I really think the spirit of the dunk has been drained out of the University of Louisville over the past few years. Stephen Enoch used to dunk that shit. He still didn't dunk enough for us, but he used to dunk. But just, I watch year after year after year. It just like, I watch listen, Brandon Huntley Hatfield last game, wide open by himself, and he drops it. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? That's one thing I'd go to practice and say, Coach, you need to tell them they're not recruiting these kids. They're not drafting kids to lay it in. You're not I'm going to give some credit. Listen, y'all, normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this right now. That gentleman right there, Jerry Eves, he would not let me lay the ball up. Listen, you're running full court drills, where you got to get a certain amount of layups in a few minutes. Or you got to get, whatever, 30 layups in 60 seconds, whatever it was. He would not let me lay it up. He's like, no, you got to finish those. Finish the drill with the dunk. Finish it with the dunk. I don't want to see that. That's why y'all take it up so fucking soft now. Because you're too comfortable laying the ball up. 2 points is 2 points. No, it's not. Because you're not using your legs. So when you need them, when you really need them, they're not there. They get tight. You're wide open. Playing for Louisville. and you barely dropping it in? Are you crazy? I listen, and I'll hold any coach. Chris Mack was Xavier, he head coach, 10-year head coach. Same any coach. I don't care who he is. Don't let these kids drop the ball in the basket. Stop letting them lay up the ball when they can dunk it. Golly. That invites people to be casual. See, Marion, listen, tomorrow I can do that. Tomorrow I can do that. I can do the fighting for position, but it's just like, dude, I don't like it. Tomorrow I may be able to give a little more credit, but 4-4 in 25 minutes. I'm not doing that with him. I'm not doing that. 4-4 in 25 minutes. I'm not doing that with him. Oh, Lauren, let's accept this bribe, okay? Lauren, this is a bribe. I'll cash app you after the show. A bribe to not getting blocked. Cheers. Because everybody knows me and you are both probably moody tonight. So I feel y'all. The dunk matters. Using your legs often and jumping as high as you can matters. That's what makes you short arm stuff. When you don't go through somebody and use the glass, when you're not trying to dunk, you're not getting off the ground. They're not being athletes. They're too comfortable laying the ball up. Jalen Withers gets that shit in the beginning of the game, and listen, to coach's credit, he called it out. Like, y'all are hoping you get fouled. When you throw something up back over your shoulder, behind your head, and then you fall and make the shot and you're staring through it, you're wasting fucking time. Get up. We got 2 wins. Get up off the ground. Who thinks they have time to do this to the referees? When the other team is already, you hit the shot. The other team has inbounded the ball. They're running the other way. Your team is 5-on-4, and you're looking at the ref going, where's my and one? But first and foremost, you shot the shot over your shoulder with no base, no balance, that's why you didn't get the call. Jump stop in there. That dude is so small. Those dudes are not bigger than you. They're not more athletic than you. Jump stop and go through them. But this is something we've been begging for a long time. So exercising futility at some points. Yeah, they asked him about that. He said he didn't know anything about that, so I'm assuming it's not a huge deal. I will say this. If I was L. Ellis, I wouldn't miss a game. I would not miss a game and have Fabio Basili starting in emergency duty and forcing Kenny Payne to watch L. Ellis a full game. Listen, nobody works harder than L. Ellis. Nobody works harder than L. Ellis. And I know that Kenny Payne cut some slack because Ellis worked so hard. But what is it? Wally Pip? Wally Pip. What'd he say? Do they look at do they see the reactions when Sydney just tries to dunk? Just tries to dunk. Thank you. Hold on. Yeah, just the energy towards the defense. Sal didn't want to come out the game. Yeah, I saw that. What's BHH bringing over? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Listen, this is Steve. That's Steve's point. I'll credit Steve for that. Steve is like, JJ is going to be the one to take the minutes from them. And that's what you need JJ for. I mean, this is a fact, what you're saying. I just don't think these young men are playing desperate enough to make it to the next level. Thought everything they previously did was enough to reach the next level. This is a fact. That's a fact. I've always been guilty of that too, so I won't go too hard on that. Like I said, if you can't, like, you can't, if he won't use his legs, they didn't pass. Listen, the irony to that is one of the best entry passers is Fabio Basili. Remember that. But yeah, I mean, listen, we can have a full honesty session. Look like a king alive. But listen, their big men are very fundamentally sound. And they were, like I said, they were killing us. They were killing our 18-19 team with Jordan and Stephen E. and Malik and all them. So that coach gets his kids right. So I won't take everything from them. But if we're not like matching into, okay, Jalen said it, the coach said it. Y'all didn't respect Lipscomb. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Y'all didn't respect Lipscomb. A 2-win team that doesn't respect Lipscomb deserves to lose. A 2-win team that doesn't respect Lipscomb like everybody else, they deserve to lose. They deserve to lose. You earned that loss. You earned that loss with your passive play. With your look, coach said a couple practices they were, or I don't know, the lack of intensity. You earned it. You earned it. You got 2 wins. You started patting yourself on the back. You got the whatever you call it, the proverbial monkey off your back, and you relaxed. And I'll put it on our captains. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, listen. Again, y'all, it's not coincidence that it's the same behavior. Get down. Once you're out of it, start playing hard. Just so you're not the one they blame. This is not a coincidence. This is a mentality. Kenny Payne is trying to get them out of this behavior, out of this mentality. But it's a mentality. You think you can have this many games where you like play really bad until you get down 12 or 14 or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're playing hard and desperate, and as soon as you cut it close, you start playing bad again. Like that, like you can't do that on purpose. That has to be something in your psychology. That's impossible. You cannot do that on purpose. It's impossible to be this far in your career and keep missing bunnies over and over and over again. Now, I will say this. In truth and honesty and all transparency. Every time they miss a short shot and they don't use the glass, I played under systems where if you missed up close and you had a chance to use the glass and you didn't use it, you're coming out the game. Now, I understand the freedom, the newfound freedom. Basketball may not be coached that way, but that's also something you got to be prepared. Okay, when you're nervous, I've said this. I said this 6 weeks ago. When you're nervous, you can always rely on your fundamentals. When you're scared, you can always rely on your fundamentals. When you're tired, you can always rely on your fundamentals. And you're trying to let them play free. And when they play free, they don't emphasize or execute the fundamentals. Listen, how many times have the ball's been up there and they try to just tip it in? They miss the tip. Other team boxes out, they're going the other way. We lost like 46-22 on the boards. Like that's ridiculous. That's a mentality thing. Like you can say, oh, well, listen, this was the disclaimer I was going to say. Every single problem with a basketball team. Now, this is what I've learned because I've lived it in the media. Media hates coaches. Media wants a coach fired every single year. Media doesn't like hope moving forward. Media likes fear and panic. So media has realized that every single problem on a basketball floor or a football field, you can find a way to blame the coach. Thus, the tactic of blaming the coach, you'll always have a job. You'll always have a job. You'll always have a conversation if you know how to blame the coach. Every single thing, free throws, layups, intensity, defense, urgency, every single thing that have defensive line, offensive line, running back room, quarterback play. Well, your quarterback coach should have did it. Coach should have did that. Coach should have did that. And especially in college. Especially in college. Because if you step over the line of blaming the kids in college, it doesn't matter what media outlet is, there's a mob waiting to say they're just kids. So in a college sports market, the only safe place is to blame the coach. That's the only safe argument you have. And again, I was here under Rick. It was Rick's fault. Everything was Rick's fault. Everything was Bobby's fault. Not Some things are Rick's fault and some things aren't. Some things are Bobby's fault, some things aren't. Some things are Dan McDonald's fault. I'm telling you, the only safe argument in college sports is to blame the coach. And having done it, I'm like, bro, listen. You put a professional, you put an aspiring professional basketball player on a court with Lipscomb, and if he comes off of that court with 4 points and 4 rebounds, it's like, hey, don't ask me about no fucking agents. Don't ask me about, workout camp. Don't talk to me about none of that shit. I put you on a court with Lipscomb, and y'all have to pardon my language. I put you on a court with Lipscomb for 25 minutes, and you walked back over on this bench at the end of the game with 4 points. That means 2. You put the ball in the basket 2 times in 25 minutes. And the hold on. Actually, let me look at this. Because I want to see the disbursement box score. Go right here. Hold on. Brandon had 1 offensive rebound and 3 defensive rebounds. You're the big man. So by default, just being the big man in 25 minutes, you know how many missed shots happen in 25 minutes of basketball action? You're the tallest person on the floor. You're supposed to be the guy that's here to do 1 year and go to the league. You corralled the basketball in 25 minutes, only 3 times on defense and 1 time on offense. So you're saying they blocked you out all but 4 times in 25 minutes. You weren't quick or athletic enough to get to the basketball after a shot in 25 minutes of action. Hold on. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I okay. Yes, I did notice he looked like he was posting up strong, but it's like you post up on the block and they throw you the ball. You take 2 steps away from the block. So guess what you have to do to get closer to the basket? Take 2 more dribbles in. He got to get some dudes. Listen, I don't know why Fabio didn't play more. I don't know that at all. Yeah, and I'm like, listen, that's not unfair. Listen, every single coach and every single fan who has been we watch year after year after year. You can't complain about the foul with 2. If you can't claim to want to turn this thing around and sit on the floor. That's just selfish. That's selfish. Why didn't I get my foul called? That's a selfish play. That's 3 seconds. That's 3 more seconds that they have an advantage down there on the other end. I mean, I know sometimes I sound crazy to people when I'm like, stop falling. Every time you fall, like, again, y'all remember when we had Dangadell, and Dangadell used to always gamble? He would always try to get the steal, and then he would be slow recovering. So if we covered up for him and got the ball, he would get the run out dunk. And then it used to piss me off because somebody will say, "Oh, Dangadell had those 4 dunks last night," and it's like, yeah, Dangadell cost us 16 points by gambling. Gambling and taking his time coming back. It's like the guy who rolls his ankle, and on defense, he's like showing you how hurt he is. And then as soon as we get a turnover, that guy's like shot out of a cannon. We watched it. Everybody's seen that before. It's like I just don't think it's registering. Like, hey, every time you fall and we run the other way, we're waiting for you to get. We're sitting here saying, "You got him. You got him. I got him. I got him." We're waiting for you to get back, and we're covering. And there's one guy that's running, probably 2. We're all scrambling to try to cover 2 men at once. Then he comes back and joins. This is real. See, I didn't even know what happened on that play. Look, you know what? I'm starting to think you're right. You know what? I maybe I need to stop running from my destiny. I was looking at a video of Dick Gregory, and he said the scariest thing is when you called on. maybe it's just time for me to answer the call. Shucks. Congratulations, Kenyatta. I should have had you on the show. Oh God, y'all. Listen, y'all. This man right here. This man right here gave me the harshest basketball lesson I ever received. It was terrible. Hey, y'all, this dude right here. Actually, I shouldn't even put him on here. He did some unspeakable things to me on the basketball court when I was a freshman and he was a senior. And then he gave me, hey, y'all, and then he gave me that "don't worry about it, young fella" pat on the butt. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. He gave me the, yeah, you get your time one day, young fella. But take your ass to the bench. Oh, he's a Lipscomb Bison. Kenyatta, congratulations. Good win, good sir. Yeah, I thought about hitting you up and getting you on the show, man. God, it slipped my mind, and my team's struggling right now. But what's going on, man? Oh yeah. Look, I don't even know why I shouldn't be giving them props. Somebody gonna track down that video. Y'all, I played against him my first varsity game. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe you might not be ready for this. Oh God, it was terrible. I don't even know how far I'm behind y'all. They got to start seeing the bench. DJ. That's a theory. Golly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you don't get your body used to trying to dunk or trying to jump as high as you can, you know what I'm saying, on plays, like it's tough. Uh, yeah, it's like yeah, y'all are like I say, y'all not using y'all. They're up in these straight up postures. You're not down in guarding position until your man gets the ball. That's why you get beat. That's why you get beat all the time. They're used to just standing up straight and letting players get into their body, and it's just frustrating. Fabio got to play like an ordained minister. Yeah, relegated. I don't know why. I don't know why. I need to. I need. I'm telling you, there. How can you not respect your opponents at 2-10? Yeah, yeah. It's like you don't. It's like you're not even taking the 2-10 serious. Yeah, but you dunk because you want to. You dunk because you want to show everybody in here. You want to show the other team. You want to do like who gets fast breaks at 6'9" by itself and just drops it in? Who does that? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not clowning, but I'm just like, who fucking does that? You know who does that? Somebody who dunks all the time. Somebody who dunks all the time. They get on a fast break and everybody goes, oh, and then they throw it in and everybody goes, oh, you know, it just like a guy who dunks all the time and just drops it in when he's by himself. He's just kind of trolling the crowd. I never seen somebody with 3-4 dunks on the season get a fast break against somebody and barely try to dunk it. Look, asking y'all, all this stuff I'm saying is true. I don't know about that, but they earned this one. I don't know what's up, Mike James. He looked. Okay. I know he rushed that. Okay, his 3-pointer, he's rushing. Now I don't know what was okay. He's attacking the basket like he should, but he's rushing the 3-pointer. He does not trust himself right now. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I can't argue with that. They need something a lot dirtier than a Rucker. Yeah. If you respect the jersey. Lance need to start over Mike James. Like I say, y'all, every time we had that conversation, I don't say the starting, but the minutes and the substitution I would go with. Lack of focus and poise, I agree. Yeah, and listen, every single thing can be driven back to coaching if you want to. So that's what I learned. Everything, like I said, every single problem. If you don't like the coach, every single problem a team has can go right up to the coaching. Where you can just say, okay, sometimes you need more dogs. But that's boring. That's boring debate. Social media. If you say, hey, we need better players, nobody's gonna debate you. Because you always need better players. The only debate you can have is blaming the coach. So I get anybody who says that. It's like, yeah, you're open for debate on that. Listen, you can imagine what this show is. Oh, that's funny. I didn't see this part, but Steve, the part where L was taking too much time at the end of the game. Like, okay, like this is for David and everybody else who just says coaching. Late in the game, KP is yelling, "Go, go, go" to L Ellis, right? Go. Like, okay, it's a 3-point game. Go to the basket. Go attack, right? L Ellis is like dribbling the ball. Then he realizes he needs to go, just passes it to JJ. JJ misses. Kenny Payne's like, I told you to go. I told you to go attack the basket. You passed it to JJ, and that's the shot we got. And KP can't throw anybody under the bus. He just has to say, well, we got to do a better job of knowing the situation, knowing it's a 3-point game and, it's time on the clock. And the whole stadium is yelling, go. Attack. But like I said, everything we say, oh, it's still coaching. Okay, if I tell you, okay, well, then you look, okay, that's coaching. Okay, well, I'm trying to coach him to do it. Well, take him out. Okay, well, you recruited this team. Well, this is all your guys. It's like, okay, what do you want me like? So there's no time for growth or teaching. You just coach like like nothing else matters. And won the second straight 3. Start the second half with the focus. We can do much better. I agree. Sounds like they're taking NIL back. 52%. Yeah. He said it too. It's like, you can't win that way. Anthony, that's the third time you gave that comment. Okay. App State lost on a buzzer beater to Wake Forest. Would you be scared to play App State again? Would you be scared? How many teams would you be scared to play against? Arkansas, Texas Tech. The reason we're so upset is because we don't think all these teams should be beating us. That's what makes you the angriest, right? You're angry because you're saying, Coach, we want more of the rotation. We're angry because they're saying, hey, y'all got to play harder. You have to play harder. You have to play tougher. We all understand that Coach can't fix everything. Some of that stuff y'all gotta want it more. The Sydney Curry thing. Sydney's playing harder. There was no magic elixir for Sydney Curry. Sydney Curry just got out of his own way and started playing with full effort. Too many 6'8" guys not dunking. And again, okay, listen. Oh, well, that's coaching. Okay, guess what we used to complain about with all the Chris Max people? Guess what we used to complain about with Ray Spalding, with Jalen Johnson? We used to say, dunk the ball. Dunk the ball. Because we got spoiled. We got spoiled with our culture of athletes who dunk the ball. We got to go get athletes who want to dunk the ball. We thought you could turn guys into wanting to dunk the ball more. These are not new. Listen, I'm telling you. If I didn't watch all these guys not dunk the ball under Chris Mack, I'd be as mad at KP as anybody. I'd be like, Coach Payne, it's your responsibility to get him dunking the ball. When I watch Jalen Withers not dunk, I think about talking to Coach Mack and him saying, man, I tell him all the time, you got to dunk that shit. I tell him every day, Marcus, you got to dunk the ball. I tell him every day, tie your shoes up, dunk the ball. KP said in the press conference, he's been here 3 years. You know, he's played college ball for 3 years. You can't listen, all we did is cover the backdoor cut for Jalen Withers. Repeat, this is a coach saying, all we did in practice for 3 days is talk about not getting the backdoor, cut against Lipscomb. Jalen Withers has been in college 3 years. And in a crucial moment, he gives up the backdoor cut that we've been covering over and over again. And you know what he says? I'm extremely disappointed that he gave up that backdoor cut. So what do you say about that? Well, you're not doing a good job coaching. Okay, so I prepared him for this cut for 3 days straight. He got in the game. He forgot his responsibilities, and he gave up the backdoor cut. Hey, y'all, I'm coaching him. I'm teaching him. I'm telling him to do the right things. I'm preparing him. He gets in the game. He lost focus. Well, it's coaching. Everything's coaching. Like that's what I'm saying. Like everything's coaching if you don't have empathy for anything else. You can coach your children. You can say, you make sure you got this jacket when you come home. Don't put it down. Don't put it in your locker. Don't do anything. Anybody that got kids, then they bought a coat for some other kid and don't know how. And you then bought another coat and said, do not sit this jacket down. I ain't buying you another one. Your ass gonna be cold. Some type of way that kid ain't gonna come home with the coat. I mean, does that mean you don't know how to parent? No, you say, I told that fucking kid, you come home with this jacket. Don't sit it down on the bus. Don't put it down in the classroom. Don't let nobody borrow it. Nothing. Kid loses the coat. Parents should go to jail. That's what I'm saying. So you think he did a good job of coaching them to play against Western Kentucky and dominate on the boards, but then he stopped coaching rebounds against Lipscomb. Like, think about that. We were animals on the board against Western. So you just say, okay, we didn't have the same fight on the boards against Lipscomb. Well, that's the coach's fault. He didn't get them to fight Lipscomb the same way he got them to fight Western. It's like, I mean, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, like I said, everything falls at the coach's feet. But I could go in there and say, y'all let the coaches down on the rebounds. Rebounds has nothing to do with X's and O's. Losing 46-22 on the boards. I mean, if there was anything that I wouldn't blame the coach on, is To rebound like you rebounded the last 2 games and then decide that Lipscomb is not worthy of enough effort to out rebound them. If there was like if let's just say I hated this coach. Let's just say I hated this coach and I want him fired. I never wanted him here in the first place and all that good stuff. The one thing I would even say if I hated this coach is there ain't no way that you rebounded like you did against Western and A&M and then rebounded like that against Lipscomb. Coach, that ain't your fault. Mm-hmm. How much of that is in your blood? He said it too. KP said if they cut back door, they need to be running through your chest. He said, we're not denying the basketball, so there's no way you should be getting backdoor cut. Again, coach, they were too high. They got backdoor cut. Marcus, we this is our rule. We covered this over. Well, they're not listening to you, so you're not benching them enough. Like that's the attitude a fan can take. A coach can't take that attitude because he has to play somebody. He has to teach somebody. He can't snatch everybody on every single mistake. It's physically impossible to play under that. That's why he said they're not robots. He can't physically. That's why I always say there has to be three. There has to be three like holy trinity of substitutions. And whatever those three are, they got to decide. But those are the 3 things we should be the best at. You know what I'm saying? There has like, okay, like the rebound, look, four guys in the paint on every rebound on the defensive end. That's probably got to be a holy trinity. You know, there's got to be a holy trinity. Yeah, like I said, just to whatever it is, just even you can do it as a team. You can maybe have 3 as a team and 1 on every individual. Does that make sense? Jalen Withers, if you miss the shot and fall on the ground and we got to play 4 on 3, like you coming out. Again, I'm not benching you, but you're coming out to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah, each individual player can have a I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll probably do that. I'll probably talk on the radio about everybody's holy trinity, 3 rules that'll get you on the bench, and then 1 for the individual. I mean, even though Sydney is playing with a better motor, I'm like, Sydney ain't took 1 jump shot all year, I don't think. He might have took 1 other jump shot. Yeah, this team would get coaches fired. Yep. Because they look the part as long as they are. Wait a minute. Bryce Hopkins had 29 points and 23 rebounds. Is that real? Hold on, y'all. Let me wipe my eyeballs real quick. Yeah, I heard Bryce Hopkins had been balling. I didn't know he was putting up them kind of numbers. I did hear he was playing some good basketball though. What was your boy that went to UCLA that left Kentucky? Yeah, that was pretty funny too. See, and here's the other problem. Here's the BHH problem, y'all. Here's the problem, because this is going to start coming to the forefront. Brandon Huntley Hatfield. Now I'm not positive about this stat, but I know he's been to like 5 schools in 6 years. And this is me just like trying to like what's up with him, right? Me trying to figure out what's wrong with him. And when you say, Marcus, he's been to 5 different schools in 6 years. IMG, Pittsburgh, I think he went from Clarksville to IMG to another place in Pittsburgh to another place, and then he went to Tennessee, and then it's like, dude, at that point, it's like, is it everybody else's fault? Like, what are you chasing? What are you chasing? What are you chasing that has you at 4 and 5 and 6 different schools? I mean, the college is different, but they said 4 schools in 4 years. So we'll just call it 5 schools in 5 years. Let's just say 5. Let's just say 5 schools in 6 years for Brandon. Okay. So then it's like, sometimes I want to get mad at KP, but I'm like, if this guy is used to switching coaches like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's blaming his coaches or blaming the situations. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we would have to. Okay, put it this way. I could make a case. That he looks the part, but there's something that isn't there. I mean, he's been in 5 different schools. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes, like, okay, maybe we gotta settle. Maybe we gotta settle down and think about your expectations. Does that make sense? And like I said, it's not. I'm still glad he came here, but I don't understand why Brandon isn't more aggressive. It's like, you can box out as hard as you want without the ball. How hard are you going to get the ball? How hard are you trying to make sure you score the bucket? Yeah, you can box out to want the ball. What you going to do with it? You scream for it. The ball goes the other way. Okay, are you telling me you're done with this play? You didn't get the basketball in this play. You boxed out nice, and that was your one effort for this offensive possession. You look, you tried to get good position, you didn't get the ball. So are we done for this possession? Are you not going to fight to get in the offensive position or position to rebound? You can't be on a court with Lipscomb and go 4 for 4 or only have 4 and 4. Yeah, I mean, where's the aggression? 4 points, 4 rebounds, no assists. Like, yeah, listen, the Mike James, I'm disappointed in him. Yeah, that's always an option. Yeah. No, I don't agree. It was a good gamble. Oh, that is a habit. That's a infectious habit. Complaining about fouls. But again, even that, I can say a player who complains about a foul is a player who complains about a foul. And then you could say, well, no, that's coach's fault because he lets a player stay on the court after he complained about a foul. So yeah, so like the disclaimer, if you don't like the coach, everything we critique here tonight, we can blame on the coach. Like that's just like a rule of debate in sports. If you don't like the coach, it's easy to blame him for everything your team doesn't do right. Roster, aggression, rebounds, everything. That's pretty funny. Wait a minute. Did you really write that 3 times? Uh Louisville Crunch Time. Did you really write that 3 times in here? The back cuts aren't creative. Again, everything's coaching. Everything's coaching. Of course, everything's coaching. Lauren, Lauren, dude, you put that 4 times. Why would you put that 4 times in this chat room? In the Made for the Ville midnight show, why would you tweet that 4 times? What little demon you got inside of you? They're not out of shape. I don't know. I was talking to Jalen about that. I still don't know which team is going to be the team moving forward. Right? Take a little attention. We need babies on the way. I feel you, Lauren. I hope you popped him. That's just ridiculous. Mm, not necessarily in a real rebuild year. I know Russ is legendary for dunking on your boy in a game we lost. How do you lose the rebound on their free? I know. Julius Randle, right? Yeah, right. And yeah, if you don't give props, see, yeah, that's my thing too. Like I know some people text me that don't like Kenny Payne. You get 2 wins, you don't hear from him because it don't matter. Yeah, he was barking a little louder. Yeah. Yeah, and I know. Oh, listen, like imagine me being angry about them not dunking, and the coach telling them they need to start dunking, and seeing them dunk in practice, and then getting to the game and they're not dunking. But you want me to take out the 5 most athletic people and put in the 5 that really can't dunk like that? Like, that's a catch 22. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now listen, the Fabio thing, like I can't debate anybody on that. Fabio got to play. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I need to look who in the eye. JT, who in particular? Yeah. Like I said, I think, like I said, like, okay, Mike James is the guy you say, as long as you playing hard, I can roll with you. So all the people who want everybody benched, if you're gonna bench Mike James, who's playing outside of Ellis, who plays harder, harder than anybody, then you're going against your theory of I'll play them even if they screw up. Billy McNichol was good. Let me say, oh, hold on, let me pop this open again. What's up, Midnight Fam? A little Cardinal Birdie told me that your boy's going to be playing the drums again for the Cards over the holiday break. Breaking news in the Midnight family. Our boy, one of our day ones, one of our very earlys, Billy says he's going to be playing the drums for the Cardinals. He's not been playing good basketball. I don't think. Look, if anything, I think it'll improve it. Yeah, I think that's a later on thing. I think that's like a last 12 game thing. When you start playing the players you want to keep. That's a great stat, Darren. Mm. Part of me says that's structure versus freedom. That's structure versus freedom. Kids want to play in freedom. Fans want to see them play in structure. I mean, we're just talking about like drill work, Duncan. Yeah, listen, I know what you're saying. I disagree. They're not out of shape. I don't think they're out of shape. That's a mentality. Finishing with dunks is a mentality. Now you can bark more about dunking. Our defensive shutdown player. Listen, our defensive irritant is Fabio. Kamari's getting better on defense. Mike James is getting better on defense. Um, L. Ellis. L. Ellis could be our defensive guy if Fabio's in the game. We only have 3. We probably have 3 good defenders. 3, maybe 4 good defenders. Fabio's a good defender. on the ball. Fabio, Mike James, when he's disciplined. Fabio, L, Mike James, and Kamari. They can play defense. Everybody else, pardon my French, is ass defensively. Because nobody else has that kind of commitment to defense. Kamari's trying to do the right thing. Fabio's trying to do the right thing. Mike James trying to do the right thing. L. Ellis is trying to do the right thing on defense. And they can stay. Those are the four that can stay locked in, stay in defensive stance, know the rules, know the rotation. Fabio, I don't know if he knows the rotation, but I know on point guards he can give him a hard time. That's hard to do because of the personal ties. It's hard. You know how it is. Like, okay, everybody from Clarksville wants to give Brandon advice. Like, and it's like you got to think. Loosely related, Alex Poitras is Brandon Huntley Hatfield's his cousin or OG. You know, just kind of like I said, loosely related. So imagine if Alex Poitras can't tell Brandon nothing. Imagine if Jalen's an NFL dude whose mom does his mom's hair, can't tell him nothing. What can I tell him? You can't tell him nothing. If he don't really want to like get it, if he's not searching to get better like that, nobody can tell him anything. I mean, there's other elements to that too, but you get the point. Like, everybody from your town can give you advice, but it's like you gotta let them learn the hard way. And if they're stubborn, they're gonna be stubborn. I mean, listen, y'all seen his mom's here. She know what I'm saying. She knows exactly what I'm saying. Drop y'all starting five. Ooh, my real starting five, to be honest, my real starting five right now would be L. Ellis, Fabio Basili, Mike James, Kamari Lands, and Sidney Curry. My starting five right now would be L. Ellis, Fabio Basili, Mike James, Kamari Lands, and Sidney Curry. Yep. Right now, I'd put Sidney Curry on the island right now. Put Kamari, Mike, Fabio, and L. Yep. Curry, Mike, Kamari, Fabio, and L. And I'd be like, hey, y'all, let's go get them. Let's go get them. Get to the basket. Do what y'all do. Let's go get them. Because, yeah, I'm not getting what I need out of Brandon. I'm not getting what I need out of Jalen. Listen, now that Sidney Curry's going hard, Kamari Lands is going hard. And listen, I listen, and I tell JJ Trainer, you be ready at the first whistle. I would tell JJ Trainer, I would put JJ Traynor on one knee right by the coach. L, Fabio, James, Lance, Curry. And I would put JJ Traynor right there on one knee. So listen, if Kamari drops the ball, JJ's coming in. If Mike James drops the ball, JJ's coming in. If Fabio Basili, I don't know. Yeah, okay. JJ's only coming in for Kamari, Lance, or Mike James. Because I don't mind putting Kamari and JJ out there together. Yep. If we just had to do a hot shot starting five, y'all give me y'all quick starting fives. Okay, look, card is all good. To this point, what's your evaluation of KP? Is it what you thought up until now? No. Listen, it's been disappointing. It's been disappointing. There's no covering that up. Like I said, I see what he's trying to do. I see some good things about what he's doing. I see some bad things. Again, I watch these guys under different coach up close. So I think he's being too soft on them. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been too soft on them. I think he's being too soft on them because he knows how messed up they are. But I also say, hey, I don't want you babying them too much. So yeah, no. I expected a much better record. I still expect a much better record. I completely understand what he's fighting against, but I still expect a better record. Quick one. Fabio Rose. Listen, you just want dudes to play hard. So that means you don't care about the record no more, huh? Look, Fabio Rose, BHA. That's the players you want back next year. I think that's why you put that starting line up. Yeah, they're playing tight more than out of shape. Yeah, listen. L doesn't start playing lockdown D until he's off the ball. Until he sees, look, when Fabio comes in there, L starts playing uncomfortably. Lance got killed on D today. Listen, when you start playing tighter, you're going to get beat off the dribble. That's what we all got to understand. When you start playing tighter defense, you're going to get beat off the dribble. When you start pressing up, you're going to get more turnovers, but you're going to get beat. So, yes, to play tighter defense, you have to have better help. That's why KP, okay, hold on. So, sometimes when you don't play a player who you think should be playing, it's because they're not in the right place to help. So, okay, let's just say JJ Traynor, and I'm just using him for example. If JJ Traynor doesn't know the help or where he's supposed to be on the help, then Kamari Lance can't play tight defense. So right now, Kenny Payne is trying to decide who he can trust on the help. Right now, hold on. Right now, Kenny Payne does not trust a lot of people on the help. I know he trusts Mike James to be where he's supposed to be on the help. I know that for a fact. He trusts Mike James to know where he's supposed to be. I don't think he trusts. Hold on, front. He does not trust Fabio Basili to help the right way. So yeah, like if you got good help, you can pressure. If you don't have good help, you're in trouble. There's nothing worse than being on the court and not having good help. Hold on, y'all. I just had to get this slow simmer rolling. Okay, got that going. Got that going. Let me get a lid. Hold on. Yeah, so being in the right help position, don't forget, y'all, it's a team sport. We always got to be in the right help position. So when we do the next film breakdown, we'll be able to see who's in good help position and who isn't. And sometimes you get beat because the guy's not helping the right way. Fabio, L, James, Lance, Sid. Okay, I can go with that. Fabio, L, Jalen, BHH, Sid, and 3 of. Wait a minute. Are you saying we need 8 players on the court? They get the crowd hype. They get the team hype. It lets the other team know you're punching it. Nobody wants to get dunked on. The other team doesn't want to get dunked on, but once they see you're not going to dunk, they start playing harder defense. They don't necessarily lead to wins, but it establishes an attitude of going to attacking the basket aggressively and either dunking, finishing, or getting fouled. So yeah, it doesn't lead to wins. It leads to more aggressive play, which is what Louisville was built on. I agree. They're too comfortable losing. Yeah, I'll play that game. I'll play that game. All the coaches still getting their roles, and when they can bark at the players and all that good stuff. I mean, I can play that game. I can play that game. First year head coach. But Danny Manning's been an assistant, so he knows how to do a role. Josh Jameson, first time out of Oregon. Like I can play the role. It takes some games to learn everybody's role. I can play that game. I don't necessarily agree that that's the problem, but I respect your opinion on that one. 1,000%. L, Lance, James, Trainer, Sid, get some more run together. Yeah. Like I said, more disciplinary substitutions. 3 of them is questionable. I get it. You can't listen. If you watch Jalen Withers complain about a foul, guess what your young guy's gonna do? It is what it is. I can think of 10 habits that I came to school and I didn't have, and I learned from the players that were above me. I can think of 10 bad habits. I mean, I picked up good habits too. So let me just not say it's all bad habits, but there are basketball habits that I picked up that weren't good habits, and I only picked them up because this is, you're here at school and this is what you're supposed to do. That's another thing you can say, Coach, you let Jalen Withers complain about the refereeing, so now Kamari Lance is complaining about the refereeing. It's all your fault. You can do that with every single thing you don't like about the team. Actually, listen, Larry, what's ironic about that is dunking probably hurt my game more than anything. Like I was a great finisher with layups and finger rolls and left hand and right hand. But once I started dunking, all I wanted to do was gather myself to dunk on people. So it probably hurt my overall skill set trying to dunk everything. Mark Ivy, that's great news. He's sticking around. Wait, did FAMU play Kentucky tonight? Give me JJ over BHH right now, of course. Yeah, it's like I'm not scared. Like again, I'm not scared of many teams in the ACC. I mean, we got enough talent to keep people off the boards. We got enough talent, height, athleticism to dominate the paint if we got the right attitude. So it's like the schedule, I don't freak out. If somebody says we're going to lose all the games, it's like whatever. Somebody says we got a chance to win all the games, I'm going to say all but 2 or 3. Again, Wake Forest should have got beat by App State. Wake Forest was killing Duke at halftime. Everybody can get beat, can be beat. Okay, so let me ask you this. Who do you blame for Brandon Huntley Hatfield missing easy buckets? And I'm going to just scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm going to catch all the way up. So sorry if I missed anybody. Who do you blame for Brandon Huntley Hatfield missing all those easy buckets? And it's like I said, I'm not in defense mode of Kenny Payne. Like I get it. If you want to say Brandon has $1 million moves with $2 finishes, I don't care if you blame the coach. I don't care because either like I said, the Tennessee coach, that's funny. Like I said, you can say, okay, Kenny Payne's not working him hard enough. Kenny Payne's not like, think about this. If you say, I think Brandon Huntley Hatfield will be better at making close shots if you pull him out the game every time he misses a easy shot. Like, realize what you're saying. If Brandon Huntley Hatfield misses a easy shot, take him out the game. Like, could you imagine watching basketball like that? Okay, he's playing good, then he misses an easy shot. Take him out the game. I'm River City. I'm asking about when Brandon Huntley Hatfield misses a crib. Seriously, like I want to know, like when he first misses the shot, do you say, damn, KP? Or do you say, damn, Brandon? Those are the only 2 options. When Brandon Huntley Hatfield gets to the middle of the lane and shoots a jump hook and misses it, do you say, damn, coach? $1 million moves to the offense. You can have it. And I swear, I'm really being honest. When I watch Sydney, when Sydney takes the jump shot I blame the coach. Because it's like, Sydney, you one-on-one. You should be able to get to the basket one-on-one, Sydney. I've seen you get to the basket one-on-one. Stop shooting that jump shot. Now, when Sydney misses anything inside, I'm like, Sydney, that's on you. You gotta go be better than your opponent. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like what was Brandon? He was like 1 for 6. If my memory serves me correct, Brandon Huntley Hatfield. Hold on. Let me go to ESPN box score. Brandon Huntley Hatfield was 1 of 6 from the floor and 2 of 2 from the free throw. When you're watching the game, Lipscomb made both dunk attempts. Kelly Dickey's in the building, y'all. Listen, so Kelly Dickey, are you a 2 points is 2 points kind of guy? Because I'm not. You got to dunk the ball. You got to dunk the ball. How many dunks did we attempt? Which is my point about Jalen Withers shooting a backhanded layup in the beginning of the game. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That jump hook is still a good shot. Tries to play with too much finesse. Not enough aggression. Okay, I'll do with Jalen Withers. I'll do a 50-50 split. I'll say Jalen Withers is not being aggressive, and I'll say Kenny Payne, you're letting him get away with not being aggressive. But I did that with Chris Mack too. I blame Chris Mack for letting Jalen Withers not be aggressive. So that's a I'll give Jalen Withers on his aggressiveness on buckets. I'll give him a 50-50 split with Coach. Because I'm like, still, Coach, you can't let him get away with that. You can't let him get away with fading away from the basket on that stuff. So yeah, I'm as fair as possible. This is a fact. They could, but I don't know. Hey, can somebody listen? Do this favor for me. I'm a pose, right? Can somebody screenshot this and send it to my DM? Please screenshot this to me. I want this for my own personal records. Don't worry, Kelly Dick. I won't post this unless you say it's okay for me to post this. But look, I want to look really miserable, and I want to read this stat. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Screenshot this one more time and send it to me so I can post this. this stat right here. I hope y'all screenshotted that. Please send me that screenshot so I can post it when I'm really pissed off at my team. Oh, Kelly, it's okay. Listen, it's okay if you don't want me posting that. I won't post it. But I want to get that in my records. Trying to avoid contact. Of course he'll get another year. But he'll get that other year, but they'll tell him, boy, you better bring in some dogs. Whoa, wait a minute. The current record low is 1.48 dunks per game by the 2000-2001 team. This year's average is 1.17 dunks per game. Wait a minute. Didn't that 2000-2001 team have like a top 10 dunker of all time? That's impossible. Kelly Dickey, I don't believe your stat because I know there was somebody on that 2000-2001 team that was an all-time dunker. There's no way they could have had the fewest dunks of the millennium. I challenge Kelly Dickey. I challenge Kelly Dickey's stat. Six, 8, 12. I challenge Kelly Dickey's stat. That's impossible. That's an impossible stat. Yeah, and here comes Kelly Dickey off the top rope to end the night. Thank you, Kelly Dickey. Sit. Okay. Feel free to post it. Maybe mention 2001 Oh, God. No, it's not. Oh, that's a terrible way to end the show. I only had 16 dunks in 2000. Gosh darn it. Listen, I'm going to stop talking about everybody. I ain't got no room to talk either, y'all. Good night. Go to bed. I'll see y'all in the morning.